my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2018. I'm sitting down with Rita Stuckman from Hook, and you brought us Forum Trajanum.
Yeah, or Forum Trajanum, yeah, as you like it.
Which you guys have just perhaps won an award.
Not for that one, that was Ganges
Oh,
from
that was
last year.
All right, well, hey, maybe next year.
It's just too fresh, that will be very quick for an award.
That's true.
Hardly anybody knows it yet.
Why don't you take us through Forum Trajanum?
Well, yeah, it's a game by Stefan Feld, and the illustrations are done by Michael Wenzel, so we're happy to work with them. And some people ask us, is it connected to Trajanum? It's also another Stefan Feld game, but it's the mechanics are completely different. It's just kind of the theme, the world of Trajanum. We show another side of his personality as a city founder and builder in this case. So, what are we doing? We have two things we will play on. We have our own personal player board, so actually the game...
we have one here that you set up for us.
Yeah, there are 4 of them, of course. Each player has one in his color, like the tiles on his color. And we have the big board, which is showing Rome, it's showing the Forum Trajanum. And well, we as players, we have this little colonia, which is a city that has been founded in the province. And they had all these straight lines and its roads, and this was exactly what we needed for the game, because in this game the street grid is quite important. In this game you have lots of ways to win, lots of strategies. You can say there's some point salad in there, but it's a Feld, so there has to be some. And I wouldn't say that it's a complicated game, but it's quite complex because there's kind of a lot of things that are interconnecting. You really need one game, complete like a game, to see how the game really works and how you make points and how things interlock with each other.
A little bit more complicated than a lot of the other games in your catalog.
Oh, it's definitely the most complicated one, I would say, except maybe for Richard's games, which we distribute only. So you can put it back again. The basic gameplay actually is very simple, because every round you will just turn over 2 cards here. I will show you 2 street names and the symbols you will find again in your colonia. Like here you have the Via Quadriga with the horses, which you find here.
It's one of my column pictures.
Exactly, and here we have the Via Triremes, which is the ship one. This is here.
One of my row pictures.
Exactly, so very easy. Open 2 cards. Now pick 2 tiles. Also very easy. You pick one from each street, so to say.
Oh, I knocked our shoe. We had a little Roman earthquake there.
Yeah, so we can take
horse.
anyone from here and anyone from here. So I could say, for example, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to do that, of course. I'm going to take this one, and since I knocked it over, I'm going to take that one too. Now, I'm going to look at these 2 tiles secretly for myself. Then will I have the first moment of agony, probably what will I keep and what will I give to my neighbor, because I have to pass one on. So let's say I will keep this for myself, I put it here, and pass this one to the other player. And now we should have another tile, just for demonstration purposes. Just a second. Let's say to my left there's the green player, so he will pass me 1 tile as well. Okay. And then I will have, it's not that one.
And I'm seeing there's an excellent storage spot. One.
Yes, that's where you put it. So this part we have just done, which is done simultaneously. When everybody has 2 tiles again, we will go to the starting player, and he will turn over his 2 tiles, and he will have the next moment of agony, because he will have to choose one of them. And
of course you didn't know which one you got from a neighbor.
Of
that
course
was given
not,
to you
yes.
face down.
You can plan with yours a little bit, but then you might get something really cool, and then again, do I take this, do I take that? In this case, I'm
just going to put these out in the middle here so we can see.
In this case, you have a builder and an upgrade. Upgrades are referring to this thing, the slider up here. So I would, in any case, get an upgrade, but I can either take a builder, which is a gray meeple, or I can take any colored worker, so blue, orange, yellow, or green. In the game, basically, you have 2 types of these tiles. It's the ones which we call the resource tiles. We call the workers resources. They're not as people, of course, but as resource, but it's kind of symbolic for their knowledge and their strengths to build stuff. And we have those tiles which have a symbol here, which are the citizens. So these are the two different tiles. No, well, you pick one. You can either take yours or the one from the neighbor. In this case, I say, I think I like the neighbor's one better. In any case, my tile will always go into the corner of my colonia board onto the boat. These are envoys which I can later on send to Rome. The one from the neighbor, whether I use it or not, goes openly next to my board. So I would get a builder, which I put here, and I get an upgrade. So during my action, I choose which tile I want to use, and after that I have one building action, and that's already all I do. So in this case, I could build a single building, one from here or here. For this one, I would have to give away a gray builder. For this,
Makes sense. I'm guessing a matching colored person.
yeah,
Yep,
exactly. If you give away a green one, you can build a park. But since I have the combination of the two, I could also go here and say I build this one. Since I have a green one, I would do that, give those two away, take this tile, and place it anyway in my colonia.
And I'm guessing we probably have to have space for that to be able to fit.
Of course, you have to make room for it, and well, you think, oh, it's random, where do I pick tiles at the beginning? For that, the Trajan cards at the side of the board might help you to decide, because in every round we have these tasks which we play, and not in every round, in every third of the game. There are 3 parts of the game, 3 scorings, and every part consists of 4 rounds. So at the end of the round, there are different things for which you can score, and one of them are the Trajan cards. So this is kind of a building task which I have to do. If I manage to build a gray building next to a colored one, any color, next to any gray one, I will fulfill this task. For that, I would have to have them lying differently, of course, here. And the second is a collection task. If you still have a tribune and the money in this case, you will score for that. So I can't fulfill anything.
See how the point salad begins.
It begins, yes. Another thing I have to think about is if I have the gray buildings, I will always get at least 1 point for each different gray building in each row. The citizen rows here, these are the citizens. It's 1 point minimum, but if I have an active citizen in the row, it's already 2 points. If I manage to have a third one here, then a second one here, I will get 3 points. So the maximum I can make with such a row is 12 points. And if I get it early, I might make that into scorings, which was a good source of points as well.
So, but a turn is never more complicated than pick which one of your 2 tiles
and do a building action.
Choose between the 2 tiles, one of yours, one from somebody else, and then do an action.
Exactly.
I mean, well, we were, there's a lot of different places you can go on the board.
Exactly.
That's still a framework of a turn.
Yeah. So for there's 2 more things I have to tell you about. That is what happens with the things you've built. There are, as you can see, 3 tracks on the board, but 4 different gray buildings. If you build any of these 3 buildings, you will move forward on the corresponding track. Like if I build that one, exactly, the basilica, then I will get 2 assistants, or here I will get any worker and a tribune, here I will get money. If on the other hand, like I did, I build a column, a monument, then I will get victory points, which are shown here, plus the number of active citizens I have, so at that moment it will be 4 points.
Come and look at your monument.
Yeah, because I do that. Also, if I put a colored tile, a colored building into my colonia, I will send one of my envoys from the ship to Rome to tell about it. We have a new park, Since it's green, come see it. I will place it on one of these green areas, preferably next to an eagle. So that's it, basically in a nutshell. When we go through the first pile, we will have the first scoring. We have to pay our active citizens. Otherwise, they don't want to give us. They won't want to see our buildings and won't give us a special function which we have for each active citizen. Then we will check if we opened any of these building cranes, construction cranes in the corner, and they will score for buildings in the corresponding color we have built until that moment. And the first scoring is 3 points per that building. Later on it will be less. So that's one thing you can play on, especially early in the game. You will always get points for gray buildings in each row, as I said before. You will get points for each of your envoys, which is next to an eagle space.
Which is also gray.
Yes, and you try to have a big connected area of your envoys, because you will get points for, let's say I have 5 of them and I have made some upgrades here. Then I would, we can probably put it there again. There's the slider which goes up, the prestige track. So I would check. I have 5 envoys here connected, so the 5 is here. I will get 4 points. Later in the game, might be more. Also, the last thing we talked already about the Trajan tasks. If I fulfill one of those,
One of these guys.
you see the symbol, the golden Trajan hat. It's also on the slider. So you will see, is it in the 3-point area, in the 5-point area, in the 7-point area,
so
and
it's how many
per
points.
fulfilled task you will get points. And that's basically it. 12 rounds. Who's got the most point in the end
How
wins.
long do you think a game is going to take?
The first round will take forever when you just learn the
Just
game.
duly warned.
But afterwards, it's like 30 minutes per player. I play it with the people I play a lot with. We play it in 20 minutes per player, but we know what we're doing.
Pretty typical Steffenfeld game, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So I'm sorry you didn't show
I'm
up.
so thrilled you guys are, expanding into territory that Hook
Hasn't done before, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And, Steffenfeld, very popular.
Yeah, we were very
designer.
happy to work with him. It was great fun. I visited him once at home and we were playing the whole day. It was really great. But it was also great to go to the gathering in America and play there and play test with, especially with Paul from Stronghold. They are our partner and they will distribute the game in America.
Fantastic. Well, if you guys want to check that out, this is Forum Trajanum, which is being published here in Europe by Hook, and then it sounds like it's going to be with Stronghold.
Yeah,
in
Stronghold
the
is
US.
selling
Yeah.
in the US.
So if you guys want to check that out, go talk to Brita.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.